What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of the Real Housewives of Potomac Season 6, Episode 7, Gossip Girl, okay? So the episode starts off, everybody is getting ready for breakfast. It's day 2 out there at Williamsburg, okay? Oh, excuse me. It's day 2 out there in Williamsburg. Everybody getting ready. They come downstairs. You got Giselle and them, Candace, whatever. I think a scholar comes down around that time too. You know, Giselle and Candace was talking about the fact that she was still up late that night, you know, doing some choreography and stuff that she had planned to do. Okay, fine, that's cute. You know, Candace being serious about her craft, so I'm all the way here for it. Or what she want to be her craft, so I'm all the way here for it. You know, Skylar comes down, Mia comes down, and then, you know, when Mia comes down and you got Robin or whatever, and she basically, Robin is over there basically trying to say, not Robin, but Giselle is trying to say to Robin and them, you know, Karen, she was up there crying last night or whatever. She didn't go to sleep because, you know, she was hurt because I called her a troll and all this stuff. And I'm like, fuck Karen. Who gives a shit about Karen? And at this time, I'm sitting here like, Mia, why would you say that to her? Okay? They showed the clip of her basically saying that, you know, Karen was hurt. Karen was hurt being called a troll or whatever. And, you know, Robin was like, if you're not a troll, why would you be hurt by it and all that stuff? And I'm sitting here like, Mia, did she really say that? And truth be told, Karen can put on a tough exterior like stuff don't hurt her. But then again, we don't know if it really do, okay? Because people put on faces, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it's necessarily true. I'm not going to put it past her that she probably said that she was hurt by it. And I can see if she was hurt by it because, you know, her and Giselle used to be friends. But Mia, she told you that in confidence, probably, I don't know. But why would you tell Giselle that knowing that they not getting along? Giselle don't care, okay? I said, what was the point? Like, see, Mia, you got me side-eyeing you again. Like, girl, I just don't get it. Like, what is your intentions, okay? You told Giselle that as for what? As for what? I don't get it. Meanwhile, what the girl... Karen and Wendy came down there. Wendy got her boobs, you know, in her little top or whatever, her bathing suit. You know, she said, you know, after that little motivating conversation that Karen gave her the night before, like, listen, y'all, or earlier that day, y'all, you gonna see my boobs. If that's what I want to do, I'm not gonna let you get me down anymore, which she shouldn't, okay? If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. That's what you want to show, that's what you gonna show, okay? Meanwhile, somebody gonna say something. Girl, I'm sitting here like, what is your, somebody talk about some Wendy up here trying to act like these, you know, she out here trying to be an IG model vixen. I said, excuse me. The clothing that Wendy has been putting on so far, they're very much different from what she put on last season, but they're nowhere near IG model, okay? When we see IG models, you know, their ass and everything and boobs and all of that is out. Like when I say the skimpiest of the skimpiest of the skimpiest video vixen type of clothes is on, that's what's out, okay? Mia was very much covered, at least. Even when she got on the bus, she just had on something that we never really saw her before with the bodysuit. She had the pants on. You know, she had her sides out, but she still had pants on. Her boobs were covered, but we did see the cleavage. She had a long sleeve on, okay? The bustier, I mean, she could have went up a cup size or a half a size and then put something on that was going to stay up. But other than that, that does not require, or what type of, what is your definition of an IG model, okay? Because that is not the IG model that I be looking at or that be popping up on my explore page, okay? IG model be looking, girl, a hell of a lot worse than that, if y'all want to call it that. No, I said, that's not an IG model, okay? Y'all just picking and choosing and picking whatever it is that y'all want to bring this lady down because she's having, you know, going through whatever it is that she's going and she's trying to find herself. I don't get it, but hey, move on from that, you know? And so, they get into a conversation, at least, you know, asking how everybody slept and how everybody felt. And of course, Karen was like, oh, the bed was comfy and everything and woo woo woo. And so at this point, Giselle was like, Robin, get up, let's go outside. I need to have a secret business meeting with you. And then Skylar was like, you know, I think they going out there to talk about the aerobics and stuff like that, what's going on for the day. And Candace said, girl, you knew. And I said, I know, right? Now, at first, I really thought that they was going to be out there unless they gonna come back and that's what it is and start talking about Karen or whatever. But what happened is Karen wound up telling to Candace, I did not like the way that Giselle, you know, came at you about your marriage or whatever. I felt it was disrespectful. Okay. Candace said, you know, I know that she's not capable of, you know, being couth, having couth about her 24/7. She's not capable of doing that. And I guess, you know, it's just one of those things like Giselle gonna be Giselle. Ain't no even reason of trying to like go back and forth with it. She up there trying to talk to Robin, talking about some, you know, why you don't see how you are, you a boss, you got this going on and all this stuff, and what you got to do to motivate yourself, and you know you can't have your husband talking about something he don't want to be with no unattractive woman and stuff like that. And you know, this little conversation, I'm sitting here like, are you trying to shame her? And she disguised it as tough love, okay? And I'm sitting here like, the girl literally just said the day before at dinner that she is dealing with seasonal depression. It comes, it goes. A scholar even confirmed that the symptoms that she was saying sounds like depression because she's been there as well. Somebody saying that they're unmotivated does not mean that, you know, by you telling them, oh girl, you got this and you got this, go motivate them. They gotta find that. And you are not, Giselle is not the person that is emotionally capable to talk to somebody who is dealing with some mental stuff, okay? She is dealing with some mental issues at this point. And Robin needs to go talk to a therapist at this point, okay? And it's disturbing to me that people in her circle, the closest people to her, Giselle and Juan, don't see that and don't suggest that necessarily. You know, Juan is just like, you disgust me because you need to get your ass up, you being lazy and all this stuff. Granted, Robin does have a history of doing that, but you have to get to the backbone and to the root of why you do that, okay? It's something that's going on. Why you not motivated or whatever? You know, she should have been like, I see what's going on, and I see that you probably under a lot of stress, or, you know, you may think you are, and you just don't know how you get out of this rut. Maybe you need to go talk to somebody, and once we get back, I can help you look for therapists and whatever like that. You know, she up here talking about something, you got this brand, you need to do this, and you need to do that, you need to do that. If it was that easy for her to do, don't you think she would have did it? Okay, yes, Robin gets in her own way. Robin can be a little bit lazy, but add, you know, the mental health issue onto that part, that intensifies it, okay? And it's like you threw all of that part out of the window and you just making it seem like the girl just not doing it because she's not doing it, which partly it could be. I'm not negating the fact that Robin is a little lazy sometimes, but, you know, come on, she literally got to get to the root as to why she act the way that she acting. She's feeling the way that she's feeling, what's making her hold herself back. And I understood exactly what Robin said when she said, you know, there's sometimes where she don't see what other people see in her, because I feel the same way. You know, I be sitting here and be like, you know, I don't see myself as a success. I don't see myself as this. And then when I put that out there, people be like, yeah, you do. You are. You're this. You're that. And I'm like, I just don't see it. I've had conversation with people like that, and I be like, I just don't see it, because sometimes I feel like I'm not where I'm supposed to be at. And they be like, no, you're on the right path. And sometimes I don't see it. So I got exactly where she was coming from. It's just the way Giselle handled that conversation. Like, I get where she was trying to go, but she wasn't the one for it. And when Robin said, girl, I got brands coming after me, TJ Maxx, Macy's, and, you know, I said, girl, you got Walmart coming after you too. She probably got Target coming after her. And I understood that too, because sometimes some people be getting up in my inbox too, and girl, I be just looking at the shit like, you know, sometimes we just, I don't know, we get stuck in our own ways. We get stuck in our own heads. And that's what it seemed like Robin is doing. And basically what it is, Robin needs to go talk to a goddamn therapist, not a fucking Giselle at this point. So, you know, the ladies are doing water aerobics, and, you know, Giselle is out there. Of course, Karen, she not finna get up into the pool because she don't want her lace to get messed up, because she got to go get sworn in Surrey County, you know, on Friday. Her hair got to be looking good. You know, Mia, she just hung out by the pool. But, you know, Giselle had to let us know that she incorporated swimming in her life. And truth be told, girl, try it, okay? Let me tell you something. If I was by a pool, or if I got into a complex that had a pool, I would be up in that bitch every freaking day, probably a couple of times a day, you know, in the morning and when I get off of work. You know what I'm saying? That's some good exercise, some cardio and everything. My big ass needed. But anyway, So they get up in the pool. You got Wendy, girl, Miss Thing, she get in the pool, a Skylar. And I was like, look at a Skylar swimsuit, okay? A Skylar swimsuit. A Skylar had all her titties out and everything, but hey, that's neither here nor there. All right, so as everybody getting up in the pool, and shout out to the swim caps. Let me tell you something. It's them the swim caps that they tried to ban at the Olympics that's made by black people. That's to be able to, that's why they so big, to be able to put your natural hair into it. I think that's what it is, the soul cap or something like that. I could be wrong, but it looks like it. That's why it's so big. But anyway, moving on from that, while they out there doing a little water aerobics and having a good time or whatever, girl, here come Ashley just in time to stir up some mess, okay? I said, child, you could have stayed at home, but then again, we need some drama, so bring your ass on, because that's what you do, okay? You ain't got nothing else to do. She had to let us know. She had to let us know that she got her placenta, and they cooked that thing up and put it in capsule form. I said, girl, that probably be the only way that I'd be able to eat it too. Because after knowing what it is and knowing that it came from inside of me, and then, girl, I was like, no, okay? I was with Karen, because I seen people actually eat it, okay? And that just, oh, girl, I don't even eat steak, okay? Oh, God. It was just a lot. It was just like, I don't eat steak, okay? And y'all be cooking that shit. It be red. And y'all be like, oh, it's cooked or whatever. I be like, bitch, if I could still see red, let me tell you something. I don't want to get made fun of, because if I was to get steak, it'd be all the way cooked. It'd be brown, bitch, okay? And y'all would be looking at me crazy. But anyway, she was cool on that, and at this point, Ashley go sit down next to Karen. Karen was like, girl, what's going on? What happened, girl? How you been? She was like, listen, girl, I'm just out here chilling at the side of the pool, and I'm dressed like this with these boots on because I survived Giselle. She tried to come for me yesterday. She tried to come for me when I got here, but I survived her. Okay, so it's all to the good, and let me tell you what else she did. Like, she went in on Robin. She went in on Candace and her marriage. She went in on Wendy. Like, she just went down the line and just was attacking everybody. It was just so brutal. Okay, talking about Wendy and her personality change and all this, and saying that she don't have substance. Now Ashley said, now I know my friend wouldn't do no stuff like that. I said, girl, stop playing. And then what Ashley is coming from in that in her little confessional, as she said, now when Karen be talking, she ain't really, when she say some things, she ain't really known to lie like that, but she do. And she said, but when it comes to Giselle, she can turn and say some fables, okay? She can fib a little bit. And I was like, girl, she wasn't lying. She was lying about the part where she was saying it was brutal. It wasn't brutal. It was just like, oh my God, like, why are you just coming at everybody? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't as brutal, as she said it was. But, Giselle did kind of go down the line. So, Mia was sitting there listening and was like, I mean, some of the things that she said, she could have had a one-on-one conversation, especially when it came to Wendy. You could have asked her that one-on-one. And truth be told, yes, because like Wendy said, you don't know if something was, I mean, not Wendy, but Mia. Did Mia say this? You don't know if something really was going on and if she would have wanted that out there. Either way, that's what it was. You should have pulled her to the side if it was really bothering you that bad, okay? And if you were so concerned. Meanwhile, Ashley had to go up there and get Giselle. They had to go sit down, and she was like, girl, let me tell you, Karen said that, you was out here just talking about everybody. You was brutal this, and it was all this, and you was just going down the line. I mean, what I said was, especially when it came down to Karen, to Wendy, we seen the personality change. We seen the body change and everything, and it's just like, you went from having a whole bunch of substance to being a hot mama. Not saying that you can't have them both. I said, then why did you say that? Because clothes don't define your intelligence and stuff like that. Clothes do not define you, okay? It does not define you. Getting your body redone does not define you or your person or your intelligence and what you claim to be or whatever. It does not define you. But see, that's how people want to look at you because they're so dense. They're so small-minded. You know what I'm saying? And so, they was like, I mean, yeah, I can see your point. This is Ashley agreeing with her, and I'm just sitting here like, haven't all of y'all had like some reconstruction work going on sometimes? At least a few of y'all up in a group or whatever, and y'all haven't been proud of y'all stuff or whatever. I mean, whatever, to each his own. It is what it is. I just still don't like the fact that you equated the girl to not having substance just because, you know, she got a more, I guess, chipper personality now, or it seems like she's doing the most. But, you know, even Ashley said, I mean, because you put so much emphasis about you being this professor, do you know it's some fine ass, high ass, you know, bomb ass professors out here? Do you think just because they get on TV and do this political commentary that they're so stuffy all the time, okay, that they dress in, you know, the dress suits and button downs or whatever all the times, and they don't dress up or whatever when they go out, they don't let loose and have fun when they want to? Is that what that mean? Do you not understand that come on, I just don't understand what narrative they trying to put out and make this lady feel like she just can't loosen up and she can't dress a certain way because that means that she's lacking just because she said she was a professor. And truth be told, I get it. Wendy kind of did it to herself, you know, by putting so much emphasis on it. But I'm just like, y'all as women, y'all not making sense, okay? Y'all not making sense, all right? And then Giselle proceeds once again to bring up these Eddie rumors and said, you know, maybe it's the rumors or whatever. And my whole thing is this. Why do you keep bringing it up? Giselle, this is Giselle's storyline. Giselle never really has a storyline each season. Do you realize that? And I'm realizing that more and more this season. Because what is her storyline? She tried to have a storyline last season with Jamal entering the picture, but he was barely there, okay? And so you brought up stuff. Did she, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, did she bring up the stuff about the rumors about Monique and her husband? Because I don't remember. Somebody brought that shit up. But in this season, she bringing all the rumors or whatever to the forefront about Wendy and the cheating rumors or whatever with Eddie. And my thing is, you ain't got nothing else. And I know we want some drama, but you know this is her storyline to bring. She's the bone carrier. This is what she do. So at this point, I'm just like, damn, Giselle, you really ain't got nothing else to do. And then you gonna sit there with messy ass Ashley. I said, Ashley, you getting back into the foray, huh? You getting back to your Call of Duty, right? That's what you do. Girl, I can't even be pissed off because, like I said, this they job. This they job because they ain't got no real storyline. It is what it is. Okay, now see, they about to annoy me because what I don't like is I don't like what's going on right about now. We about to go in episode number 2 of them going back in on Wendy, and I just don't understand it because let the table have been turned. I'm pretty sure y'all wouldn't like people saying stuff about y'all. Girl, let me stop. Okay, see, here's the thing, okay? They get ready, they go to lunch because that's where they was about to get ready to go. You know, you got Wendy, Karen, and Skylar and them or whatever, they going over there. Girl, Wendy had her Abbey Park on. I said, bitch, I hate you because I couldn't get... Okay, we're not finna go there. That's a dark time for me because at that time I couldn't get... Anyway, moving on. Come back, Ashley. I'm back, okay? But anyway, I mean, she was dripping head to toe. And I said, damn, bitch. Let me tell you something. I brought a bucket hat and my big head ass couldn't even fit it. I got an Abbey Park bucket hat if one of y'all want it, okay? Anyway, so, moving on from that, you know, the rest of the girls get there. Of course, Robin is late because Robin is actually doing some work, okay? But anyway, moving on from that. So, they get there and... Ashley's there, they ordering their drinks and their food. Then all of a sudden, Ashley goes into talking to a Skylar, and she was like, hey, Skylar girl, how you doing? I ain't seen you in a minute. So how things were the other night? I know it was crazy, whatever. She was like, I mean, everything's been cool except for what happened the other night or whatever. And she was like, girl, what? You know, and so this opens up the whole foray to get back on Wendy, okay? And so when Robin get there, they basically, you know, before Robin gets there, Wendy basically let it be known that she did not appreciate what was said, okay? You know, Giselle, she's trying to tell Giselle, you told me, and the part that really hurt Wendy was the fact that you said that she lacks substance, okay? You don't want somebody to tell you that you lack substance because of the way that you're dressing, because of the way that, you know, all of a sudden you're acting or whatever. What does that have to do with one or the other? You know what I'm saying? And... it's like the fact, once again, I gotta say this, it's like these women can't understand where this other woman is coming from, all right, and how that can be so damaging to her. You know what I'm saying? How that can, you're supposed to be uplifting, and y'all trying to disguise it as if y'all actually care, and you don't care. Because if you even cared enough, you would have been presented this to her. And if, like Wendy said, if you was truly her friend, and you truly cared, and you truly felt like something was off, you would not have presented it in front of the whole group like that. You would have pulled her to the side and made sure she felt comfortable and made sure she truly understood where you were coming from, and know that, hey, I'm not coming at you in a judgy type of tone or a judgy way. I'm just really, as my friend, I'm trying to understand and make sure that you are okay, and let you know that if you need anything and you want to talk about anything, you can come to me. Giselle didn't do that. Robin didn't do that. They waited until she got in front of the whole group to present something and to come off so freaking judgy and judgmental, and then you insulted her by saying that she lacks substance, okay? And, you know, Wendy is trying to explain how she feels about that, and then here comes, you know, she was like, I didn't like the way that you said that. Of course, you know, I felt some way. I felt hurt when you said that. And then here comes Ashley. Well, I mean, I don't think that that's what she meant. I said, Ashley, bitch, you wasn't even there. You sit your ass there and you shut up. Okay? See, this is what I'm talking about. I just said, girl, I ain't gonna get mad, but girl, sometimes you just gotta shut up and let shit roll, okay? Because you were not there, so you listen. That's what you do. You listen. Ain't nobody tell you to offer your 2 cents at this point in time. And then Giselle was like, I mean, that ain't what I was trying to say. You know, I wasn't trying to come at you like that or hurt your feelings. But if I did, I wasn't trying to come at you like that. But if that's how you felt, I apologize. Okay, that's how it is. And I'm just sitting here like, the way that they're trying to negate how she felt, you know what I'm saying? And then when Robin gets there, it goes a little bit deeper, and, you know, with the whole thing, and, you know, Wendy trying to explain how it is and how she feeling or whatever. And, you know, they just basically trying to make it seem like her feelings about it is not valid. You cannot put something out there and say something and expect and get pissed off that somebody took it a way that you didn't intend for, because you didn't articulate yourself well, okay? You didn't present your argument or your findings or whatever it is that you had to say well, okay? So you can't get upset if Wendy took it in a negative way, because I took it in a negative way. A whole lot of other people took it in a negative way. It did not come in a genuine way. Like Wendy said, that apology wasn't genuine at all. That apology wasn't genuine, and you sitting there looking like, you know, like you really don't care. You're very dismissive about it, okay? And then when, you know, they was like, I think Ashley brought up or something that, you know, Wendy was crying to Karen or whatever. And she said, yeah, I did. Karen poured into me that night because, you know, she gave me some information. She made her feel good about herself. While y'all was downing her, she made her feel good about herself. She gave her a little pep talk that she needed in that moment. And of course, Giselle being Giselle, this bitch is such a hater. I just can't stand her. I really can't stand this girl. I think I would never like her. I'm actually like, I don't even have a problem with Robin. You know, Robin, she just sucks ass all the time, okay? But it's Giselle, like, you know, she gets off on this, okay? Like, you really can't stand this lady. And it's okay, we get it. It's okay. Y'all had history, we get it. But for you to assume that the relationship between Karen and Wendy isn't real because you don't realize that they probably took time to repair and to get to know each other in downtime that y'all wasn't talking, you know what I'm saying? So for you to sit there and be like, oh, you know, she had the same relationship with Candace, and look what she did to Candace. She gonna do the same thing with you. You can have that Mother Goose relationship if you want to. Girl, you just don't want nobody to be cool with Karen at this point. And that's just how it is, and I just want you to admit that. That's what it is, okay? She found comfort in somebody else that was going to be on her side. And, bitch, this is what got me too. Mia. Now, when Wendy brought up the substance part, at this point, Mia said, I have to agree. Yeah, that was really a lot. You know, I did not like that as well, okay? But then when Wendy said something else, I forgot what she said, you know, about her clothes and about her, you know, wearing her, you know, getting the plastic surgery, and this is why people get this or whatever. They was like, you can't say that. You can't say that. And here come Mia. No, like, to Giselle's defense, okay, if you do, I'm sitting here like, damn, bitch, now which side, like, girl. Now, first you call it like, girl, you're on this side, then you're on that side, then you're on this side, then you're on that side. Girl, bitch, which one? Okay, like, I just can't keep up with Mia at this point. I'm looking at the girl side eye, like, for real, okay? It's like you want to please everybody. You want everybody to be, you want to be on everybody's side, okay? And I'm just like, girl, just sit there and be quiet and be in the middle. Be neutral. That's what you need to do, because you knew here. You knew here, okay? But at the same time, I just didn't like the way that this was going, all right? And Ashley, why are you putting your input in it? And this is what Candace was was getting upset with. Because, girl, you were not here, so why are you putting your input into it? You did not see or hear what went down. You should not have said anything. You know, they're talking about the way you talk to us or whatever, like we're on CNN and all this stuff. And at this point, you know, Wendy clocked out, okay? Because I would have clocked out too. You know, because it's only so much that I will be able to take of you coming at me because you don't like the way. I don't have to fucking please you. That lady ain't got to please you. If that's what she want to fucking do, that's what she gonna do. Because I damn well know if y'all wanted to switch up on some stuff, y'all will do it too. Y'all will do it too. Okay? And be proud about it. Why she can't do it? Girl, it just don't look right. It just don't look right. And I'm not going to say what this shit looks like to me, but some of y'all can figure that shit out, and it begins with a C. Moving on from that. So they continue on, and of course, Robin want to get in her feelings or whatever because, you know, Wendy is in her phone, and Wendy said, bitch, you know, Giselle brought up CNN, and it just made me remember that I got to confirm an interview or something that I got tomorrow for CNN. And I was like, okay, Wendy, if that's what you want, girl, you know, you ain't got to front for them. I mean, she probably was telling the truth, but at the same time, fuck them, okay? Because they getting on my nerves at this point. I don't like this. And all I really, truly see is a bunch of, you know, stuck-up ass, light-skinned ass bitches coming at this dark-skinned woman. There it, bitch. I fucking said it. I fucking said it. It's giving very much colorism tease, and I don't care if you don't see it, but bitch, I see it clearly, okay? And they probably don't even get that they're actually doing that, okay? Some of the shit can be subtle, some of the shit can be indirect, and some of it can be so damn in your face, okay? And you can pick out which one it is, because why are you gaining up so much on this girl? Why do you care so much what this girl is wearing, and you know, she can't change her personality and stuff like that? I don't understand it. You brought the issue up once, okay? You did it in a way that you shouldn't have done it, okay? You should have pulled her to the side, all right? And you keep bringing it up and bringing it up and getting upset at the fact that she's not agreeing with you. She can have her own opinion. You can put out there how you feel, and she can tell you exactly how she feels about it. And that should have been it, okay? It should have never got to this point. Mia, you shouldn't have opened up your mouth and said anything. That's why when Wendy said, bitch, how you gonna come for somebody when you used to be a stripper? Ain't nobody judging you for that, okay? She was like, I was not a stripper. I worked at a 5-star hotel, and, you know, I was an entertainment. I said, girl, you had to take and show some tits or something like that. You had to do something, okay? And I get it, you know. I don't feel like Wendy was trying to shame her in that moment, but she was trying to make a point. So what's the difference? You know, I don't think that, you know, we're not in a strip club. We don't need to be seeing all of your boobs or anything like that. I'm sitting here like, it's a fucking girls trip. You know, you're trying to say what she had on as if she truly had her ass all the way out, okay? The girl did not have her ass out, and she barely had her boobs out. She showed cleavage. All of you women showed cleavage, okay? Yeah, it wasn't the same that, you know, she did last season, but y'all did y'all probably wore similar shit, okay? Like, and me and you too, girl, like... I'm just like, if y'all don't stop with this mess, it's just looking very fake, okay? It's just looking very, let me gang up on a new target. That's what it's looking like. And me and you looking like, let me get along just to get along so they can get the focus off of me and not turn it on me. That is what you're giving me at this point, okay? And I don't know how I feel about it. Like I said, I was on the fence about you, and I'm still on the fence about you, and you're not giving me a good feeling at this point, okay? You're playing all sides at this point. I don't like it. I don't like it, okay? You know, like, it's a girl's trip, and you're sitting there all did up like you're finna go have tea with the queen. That's how you sitting there, Mia. Ain't nobody coming for you. Giselle, you sitting there like you finna go work out. You comfortable as shit. What's wrong with that? Okay? Ain't nobody coming for you. But because Wendy got on whatever she had on earlier, oh, it's a big-ass problem. Girl, ain't nobody got an issue. Girl, shut up. Anyway, moving on from that. Moving the freak on from that. What wound up happening, bitch? Let me tell you something. Candace was winning me over in her confessionals because when she said that shit about if anybody want to talk about fashion or whatever, Giselle would be in prison, okay? 6 feet under the prison. Did she say that or did I just put that in there? I don't want to be rude, okay? Because I don't want it to sound like I'm wishing death on somebody. She was like, she would be under the prison or something like that because of her fashion, okay? So for her to be talking about somebody else's stuff, I died at that. Candace was over it, okay? Because she is trying to have a good night. You know, we got to go whiskey tasting and all this. And, you know, Giselle talking about to Ashley, you know, she's so... you know, they talking about how at one point, Candace and not Candace, but Ashley and Robin or whatever, they was like, she's so defensive. Or was it Ashley and Giselle? One of them motherfuckers said that shit. Okay. And I'm like, wouldn't you be defensive if somebody keep on coming at you and coming at you and coming at you? Okay. Like, damn, what you want her to do? Act like y'all? That's what you want her to do. That's what it seemed like. You want her to act like y'all. Okay. And so she was like, I leave it up to, since she got such an issue with me right about now, I leave it up to Ashley to bring up the situation with Eddie. Why do you need to bring it up? Why do you need to bring it up? What are you trying to do? What is the purpose? All four storylines. You trying to break up your friendship or your friendship, okay? Because y'all weren't really friends. You barely knew her last season, and you're just not trying to. You can't even spend this season to get to know her. Like, come on, girl, y'all just being messy. She was like, well, Ashley had, you know, issues with, Michael being up in the blogs and stuff like that. So I leave it to Ashley to talk to her. Maybe she can connect with her on that. So they go in the house, they do the little wine tasting, and then here come Ashley like, can we go talk? I said, oh my God, here we go. Here we go. Baby. Girl, okay. Let me gather myself. Girl, I don't care how long this review is, obviously. Listen, so at this point, Ashley go outside with Wendy. Okay, Wendy was like, oh my God, here we go. And she was like, you know, so I just wanted to talk to you because me and Giselle was talking, you know, we about this fabricated blog, okay? You know, this fabricated article, you know, that was talking about some things going on with your husband, and maybe that's the reason why, you know, you're being a little bit more free and sexual with Eddie and, you know, your personality and stuff like that. Wendy said, okay, we can cut that right there, because what we're not going to do, we're not going to do that, okay? And, you know, at this point, Ashley is a little bit confused, which I don't understand why you're confused as to why she would be like, you know, feeling some type of way that you would bring this to her. And I would be pissed off. Now, I don't know if I would go off as hard as Wendy went off, okay? But mama, you know, the shit... Okay, y'all can say whatever y'all want about Wendy, but I figured this shit out right then and there with the way she went. Wendy did go a little bit harder than she needed to on Giselle. I ain't even gonna lie. And I don't even like the bitch, okay? And somebody do need to put Giselle in her place, okay? But at the same time, Wendy went off because of all the frustration that was built up from the day before and earlier at that lunch. And so, therefore, that gave her in to just go clear the freak off, okay? That's where it was coming from. That's what I'm gonna assume, all right? But at this point in time, you literally, I would have felt some type of way as well that you are coming to me with something that you literally start off and said, a fabricated article. If it's so fabricated, meaning that it's not real and you don't believe it, why bring it to me? Why bring it to me? Why are you starting unnecessary drama if you know that it's not real? You know that it's fabricated. Why bring it to me? Why are we making this a big issue? Why are this being discussed amongst each other? Because the difference between this article and your husband, Ashley, is the fact that your husband was actually out there doing that, okay? You're trying to say, you know, I was receptive to it when Giselle and Candice pulled me to the side or whatever because, you know, and told me what it was. Candice was thrown in the midst of your shit, okay, because she got text messages and stuff sent to her. That's why she had to feel the need to, and she was trying to repair a relationship with you, and then she didn't want you to think that she was holding back any information or whatever. She didn't go tell this person, that person, that person. I don't know. Did she tell Giselle or whatever? I don't know. But maybe she did. But either way, you had history with your husband going all this way, that way, this way, this way, and being all up in the blogs, okay? So you was probably immune to it, okay? That's the difference, bitch. That is the goddamn difference. And then the way that she came back in there like everything was all cool and just cackling it up or whatever. Grabbing, we can say something about your ass, you know, what was in your personality with you up there trying to twerk, okay? Oh, I ain't never seen Robin twerk. She probably has, but I'm just being funny. I ain't never seen her twerk, and look at you. That ain't in your personality trying to twerk. But anyway, Wendy said, girl, I don't care for it. You know, Giselle is evil. You know what I'm saying? Because here go Ashley. I don't think she meant it from a bad place or whatever. No, the bitch evil. She evil as hell. That's where it's coming from. And I was like, oh, go there, Wendy. I said, Wendy, you want a little bit too hard, but keep going. Wendy was fed up, okay? She was fed the fuck up, you know? So she go up in there and she said, listen, since we up here twerking or whatever, let me just ask this. Let me just say this. Giselle, and everybody else, y'all talking about an article or whatever that was about my husband. You was in it. You know about it. Nope. You know about it. Nope. You know about it. Okay, so Giselle, that's why I'm talking to you, because Ashley said that you talked to her about it. The fact of the matter is, Wendy went off on her because, like she said, if it was something that was so important, you could have went to me first as a woman. You come to me. Why you had to spread it and give it to Ashley to confirm it, and y'all discussing it amongst yourself multiple times? In that opportunity, bitch, you could have brought it up when you saw her a few times ago, before y'all even came to Williamsburg. But you want to sing. That's all that it is. They want to sing. They want a storyline. That's all that it is. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, Wendy was like, I'm putting your ass on notice, bitch. I said, ooh. And then I was just like, this is so funny. But it was Karen for me. It was Karen and Candace for me, because their reaction was like, what? Okay. All right. Mia over there fixing her dress like, oh Lord. I'm just sitting here like, damn, Wendy, like, she really laid up into Giselle asking. But what Giselle, let me tell you something. Giselle probably felt some type of way, but see, I give it to Giselle. Giselle ain't gonna let you see. Giselle got it right, bitch. I'm not gonna let you see that I'm a little bit bothered about what you said. I'm still sit there all cool, calm, and collected. That is what Giselle did, and I had to give her props for that, okay? She was like, okay, whatever. But what it is I didn't say it in a malicious way. It's not like we was like who the girl is and all this stuff. That's not the point. The point of the matter that Wendy is trying to get at is that you was discussing it amongst other people, you know what I'm saying, instead of just instantly coming to her with it if you felt like it's such a big thing. Like Wendy said, I didn't see so much messed up stuff about y'all, but I didn't bring it to y'all because I'm not finna back into it. So why did you feel the need to bring me this? Okay, it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense because there's so much in the blogs about y'all, all right? But she don't bring up the fact that, you know, Jamal was out here doing this and this person was out here doing that. You know, you don't want nobody to say nothing, bitch. When Wendy said you ain't got no relationship or your own, bitch. And when Robin got in that shit, I said, Robin, you should have just shut up. And, you know, I said, Robin, just be quiet. Be quiet. Why you doing? I said, girl, shut up. No, this ain't got nothing to do with you at this point. Let Giselle get the little lashing that she needs to get. And then, you know, she coming for her because Wendy said, oh, you just need your moment or whatever. She was like, what moment? What moment? She said, girl, go fuck yourself. Robin did that same thing. She was like this. It reminded me when Evelyn Lozado did that shit on Basketball Wives, and y'all kept on playing that clip. And I was like, oh my God. She was like, go ahead and fuck yourself with your whiskey breath. I said, oh my God, what is going on? This is crazy. Okay, you shut up. You shut up. I said, Robin, you shut your lazy ass up. Now, see, I was trying to calmly not go in on you because you just, you know, okay, but bitch, you doing too fucking much. You kissing this girl ass, and you have to admit that you would have felt some type of way if she would have came at you. You know, you can call a little bit insecurity or whatever because maybe something is going on with old girl and her husband. But at the same time, y'all discussing it, okay? And you just been discussing her personality, her dress, her body, and everything. Of course, she gonna explode at one point or another. She was trying to save y'all ass, and this gas started fucking tipped the shit over, okay? And she said, bitch, I'm putting your ass on notice. And she said, girl, all the shit that's happening to your ass right now is all the payback for the shit that you've been doing and putting out in your goddamn life. I said, damn, Wendy, motherfucking damn, okay? She was like, listen, you know, I wasn't trying to be malicious. You probably wasn't, but then again, it's Giselle. You know how to hide that shit, okay? You know how to put it off as if you want to be a malicious, but you still should have just came to her as a woman, or you should have just dropped it. You didn't need to bring it on the show. You needed a storyline, so therefore you got the licking that you got. And then Mia was like, Mia had to now, you know, I understand where she come. I said, so now you agree with Wendy? I said, Mia, what is it? Mia, girl, she gonna give me a time, bitch. Girl, Wendy, some of y'all gonna say Wendy a little bit insecure. Okay, that could be it, because she said what you not gonna do is you not gonna talk about my man. Don't bring my man up in this. That's one thing you don't talk. What Candy said? Candy said you don't talk about my man. You don't talk about my mama. That was Wendy right then and there, because she said, bitch, don't you ever, okay? She said you don't want me to come up here talking about the stuff that you be doing. Listen, you up here talking about other people's relationships. You up here going with a man that got babies all out here up in the streets, that be cheating all over you, all over Baltimore, all over Atlanta, doing all of this stuff. And you want to bring them around your daughter, knowing damn well that the relationship ain't worth shit. And that's facts. And Robin gonna say something. Who's she talking about? And then here go Giselle, Jamal. And I said, the fact that you know. I said, Wendy, you ain't have to go there. Oh, girl, I'm just laughing because ain't nobody go this hard on Giselle in a minute, okay? And it was coming. It was about time, okay? Girl, I mean, it was vicious. Wendy told her, I will whoop your ass. I said, ooh. Now, Monique did that last time and she got her ass kicked off the show. Okay, now you better bring that back. You better bring it back, girl. Okay? I said, damn, Wendy. Now, you know, some of the girls gonna say that you kind of insecure. I can see where they coming from. But, baby, it was a build-up. That's what I'm gonna go with. It was a build-up, and Giselle got hit with it, okay? And like Mia said, if she would have came to you, would you have came at her this hard? She was like, no. Why? Because she would have had the decency to come to me, and I would have gave her credit for what she said or whatever, because you came to me, all right? You up here going to other people, whatever. And like Karen said, we all knew about the article, but yet Giselle is the only one who chose to bring it up. I said, bitch. Oh my God, she was so fucking funny. And then Ashley gonna escape. She said, let me get the fuck up out of here. And Candace said, why the fuck would you do that? Why would you bring that shit up here? She was like, I would never bring no blog stuff to you or whatever. She was like, but you fed into it. You fed into it. Candace lit up into Ashley's ass a little bit too, bitch. Candace made me fucking like her in this episode. Like, girl, I'm telling y'all, I'm starting to like Candace again like I used to, okay? I never disliked her or whatever, but when she first came on, I actually really did like Candace. But then, like, a couple of seasons after that, I just couldn't take it. But, baby, she running me back the fuck over, girl. Your confessionals had me rolling. When she said Mia had them big-ass feet, that shit took me out for a second, okay? And then the way she got up into Ashley's ass, because Ashley literally came there, started some shit, and left, okay? I said, wow, that's what we're doing? And she said, yes, bitch, that's exactly what we're doing, okay? And so at this point, you know, that's what it was. Like, I was just like, really, I felt sorry for the staff that was there because they had to listen to all of that shit. But that's the Real Housewives of Potomac. If y'all want to go in, girl, I'm finna be reading the comments like, what I missed, what's your perspective, who, girl, what it is, okay? Y'all tell me how y'all feel. I'll see y'all later. Peace.